guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. So today, we've been doing a lot of videos using Carnival Goku on the various 170 teams. I really like using him on the Vegeta and Trunks team, but I wanted to do a video using his actual 200% lead team, because whilst I do really like this unit, I don't think Battle of Wits is a particularly great category right now. I mean, you can see from the units on the screen, like Pycon can still be very good, as long as he's dodging these attacks as you get to like the tougher parts of the fight. But like AGL Super Vegito, still able to tank normals pretty well. Overall, even including his counters, he doesn't really do great damage, but he will just get instantly deleted by a super attack. But I wanted to see how well this team could hold out, right? Because we got the news earlier today that on JP, as part of the anniversary, the Tech LR Vegito from the 5th anniversary is going to Easy A. So immediately, I would say you would put him on this team instead of AGL Super Vegito. And then this team could actually do pretty well. So we're going to jump into the Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 red zone stage. I'm not going to use a support memory, but I am going to bring the WITS just in case we need to use it. But if we can get a no item run, that'll be good. And then all we need to do is hopefully get our Carnival Gokus built up. And then I'll potentially just float both of them as supports with that scouter effect, as long as we can get it active. But the worst case scenario for this team is if we get both of them on the same turn, because then we have to float one of them off. It means they don't come back for 3 turns. There might not be any attacks in one of the slots. Like, it can be pretty annoying. So we're going to go ahead and jump in, and let's see how we get on. Okay, so jumping straight in, we do not have a great first rotation, because the one problem with running double Carnival Gokus is that you do ideally want to get them to start building up like straight away on the first turn. So the fact that we have both of them on the next turn as well is kind of annoying, right? Because we obviously want both of them to be taking as many hits as possible so we can build up their passive. I think we just kind of have to throw a little bit here. I guess we can do this. We get the extra key. Yeah, it's not a great first turn. But, you know, we'll see how well we can recover from this. Because the benefit of the Carnival leads, of course, is that, you know, limited though they may be by being only one category, at least everybody is getting the 200% leader skill. It's not like when you build a lot of these 200% teams where you are not necessarily forced, but if you want to run some of the best units together, you have to run some of the units on the team under the 170 lead. So obviously, at least in this case, everyone is getting the full 200%. I mean, once we get our rotations set up and everything, we should be looking pretty good. It just is a case of how this is going to play out with the Carnival Gokus, because ideally we would want to put one in slot 1 and one in slot 2. But yeah, see, I don't want to keep them on rotation together, but then at the same time I also don't want to put I mean, I could take the risk, I guess, but like, he hasn't super attacked yet, so the possibility of him super attacking Vegito, I feel like, is pretty high. And Vegito is basically going to be saved, protected, however you want to put it, on this scene by Carnival Goku being here. Because obviously once we unlock the Scouter ability, that's going to make the end game parts a lot easier for Super Vegito. Because once we get the rotations set up, Vegito probably will end up just floating. Okay, good, he didn't get super attacked. Oh! We had to take the risk there because of the starting rotations, but that was literally worst case scenario. Because make no mistake about it, like, AGL Super Vegito absolutely will get one shot by this, like, pretty much any red zone, to be fair. Tech boss super attack. Maybe not like the very first one, stage 1, I don't know, of the original ones from the 7th anniversary. But either way, AGL Super Vegito, obviously, not built for tanking super attacks, but hey-ho. At least we got some build-up there with one of the Carnival Gokus. And then Piccolo's basically going to get his full build-up. Now, obviously, like, pretty big saving grace for this team is having the ability to run the double Piccolo rotation. I mean, there you go. 13 million attack. I don't think he's fully built up. I don't know how many times he was hit last turn, but we're going to find out if... yeah, so he's still building up. He's still got, what, 2, yeah, he still needed 2 more hits to be fully built up, and he was at 13 million at the start. Now, obviously, that's with double supports on the rotation, right? But still, very, very good from Orange Piccolo, or normal Piccolo, I guess now. Potential Unleashed Piccolo. Very, very good unit, so he's obviously going to pretty hard carry on one of these rotations, because the goal, I think, if you're running double STR Carnival Goku leads, is you just want to get their passives built up as quickly as possible, and then start floating them, and then having that, not only the defensive support that they provide, but obviously having that scouter effect as well. So see, if I do this, he's getting fully built up, but I'm also a little bit worried about these guys killing. I guess if we do this, right, they shouldn't kill, although then Carnival Goku probably does. If I do this, right, just get the 12 key, maybe we'll be okay. We'll see how this pans out. I guess because if I put Carnival Goku in slot 1, I guess I would still be worried about him killing. Oh, okay, well, we got the crit, so pretty sure there's no way we don't kill Gamma 2 here. So, like I say, this kind of goes back to what I was saying on the very first turn. Very unfortunate starting setup for these guys. Oh, don't additional. Oh no, the rainbow friend getting the additional, suffering from success. If we'd not got that additional, it would have got hit 5 times on this turn. Man, that would have been very good. Now, one thing that is very good for building up this Carnival Goku is the fact that the STR Piccolo does seal. So I think what we're going to want to try and do here is probably stall a little bit so we can get some build up on this Carnival Goku. So we're going to get the super attack with STR Piccolo so we can seal, and then we'll just get the 12 key super with this Carnival Goku. This is the one that was floated off originally, so has not been hit at all because there were no attacks in slot 1 on slot 3 on that first turn where we had to float them off. So this is going to be the first 2 hits that this one is taking, and then obviously the other one didn't take any extra hits on the last turn, so we're quite behind where we would like to be in terms of getting these guys built up, and I feel like that is one of the other major disadvantages to just running the double STR Carnival Goku team. Like, I have my issues with a full Battle of Wits team as it is anyway, but having a leader that ideally wants to get hit 10 times before they can then slot into their role, which is ideally being on this team especially, being like a slot 3 floating support unit, I feel like it doesn't quite work out the way we would like. So I'm going to do this. We should, we'll be able to keep him sealed here, which I think is really, really a really strong ability for us to be able to use right now. So we're going to keep it light on the super attacks again. Obviously, we're going to save Pycon's passive for later on. Now, we did get extra key, which obviously puts him up to doing the 18 key super, but we're still going relatively slow in terms of stalling this out a little bit so that this Goku can get some more hits in. So I think he is at either 8 or 9 hits now. So this guy only needs to get like 1 or 2 more, whereas the other Goku is still lagging behind quite spectacularly. But with the Rainbow Orb picked up for Pycon, he keeps the seal going, so we don't have to worry about getting blasted at the start of the turn. Although, we do need him to dodge, yeah. That's the only downside about bringing Pycon. He can be very, very good, but yeah, when he's failing to get those dodges in, it's not great for us. But we can grab a bunch of orbs here, get a bunch of healing. We may end up killing this turn just because of the fact that Piccolo, you know, even with only his 12 key super, he does decent damage. Mine is pretty much full additional. Actually, no, Piccolo's a mix of additional and crit, because I want to get those crits during the giant form stage, but no additional super. He's getting super attacked by Gamma 1, which means we take double digit damage despite the type disadvantage, and then Piccolo reapplies the seal here, which keeps AGL Super Vegito protected in slot 3. So far so good, right? We've managed to get... I think the fact that Gamma 1 can be sealed in this phase is a huge benefit, especially to when it comes to risk analysis, right, with AGL Super Vegito, because AGL Super Vegito getting hit by a super attack from anyone in this event. I wonder if he would live STR Gamma 1 in the last phase, just because of type advantage. But in these first 2 phases, or Gamma 2 in the last phase, if we get hit with a super attack, like, it's all over. So, who is actually built up the most? I actually can't remember which Goku is the one that needs 2 hits. I didn't mean to get them both, to have them both end up on the same rotation. No! Because the one that only needs to get hit twice is going to get the build-up. I must have kept the friend on rotation the first time, right? Because the friend is Rainbow. Surely I did that. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. Now, of course, the Goku at the end, not going to get hit again, by the looks, because the chances of Gamma surviving this turn are pretty low. Obviously, if the friend additionals again, he actually could finish him off before getting those last 2 hits in that we need. But, oh my god, of course he did. Oh, it's like if you get 24 key, you get guaranteed additional. So we're deliberately not doing that, and then the hidden potential system is coming in. Now, obviously, in certain circumstances, getting an additional super where you do another like 4.5 million damage crit is going to be pretty good. But unfortunately, in this instance, I think what I might have to do here, I might have to do this. Whilst it does hurt Piccolo a little bit, it's I can't have Pycon getting absolutely destroyed by Gamma 2 at the end. I mean, he probably still takes a reasonable bit of damage from Gamma 1 anyway, but at least we're probably more likely to survive. Like, if both of those attacks from Gamma 1 in the middle slot, if both of those are normals and Pycon doesn't dodge, we might survive. Whereas even the normals from Gamma 2 in slot 3, if this Pycon doesn't dodge, we would be taking quite a lot of damage. So, but anyway, we're getting the Dokkan attack with Piccolo. Still, despite not having as many links active as he would if STR Piccolo was in slot 2, we have got the double support. So, pretty good damage. And then we get the additional as well. So, I guess the interesting thing is, if you don't have Piccolo, then this team is considerably worse, because we have been having some pretty terrible luck overall in terms of actually getting the Carnival Goku to get their passive fully built up. But Piccolo just is kind of like hard carrying the team at the moment. Like, having this rotation of him with the STR Piccolo is incredibly dominant. And look at this, both of the Gammas firing off their super attacks at Piccolo here, meaning that he just tanks everything for double digits. What an absolute legend. So, Piccolo absolutely carrying the team. There's a dodge. Yeah, 82k. So I think putting him in the middle was probably smart, even though both of them have supered before the last slot, because, of course, Pycon getting hit with a super and not dodging is just an instant GG. So, but of course, Piccolo now here in the last slot is going to be perfectly fine to tank. The other thing as well about floating off STR Piccolo is it's not hugely detrimental as it might be for some units on other team builds, because Piccolo is a support unit. So floating him off doesn't feel like anywhere near as bad, because you know you're going to get the you're going to then get the support on like the other rotations that he floats into. So I think it works out quite nicely. Let's see, if I do this, what are the chances that we actually like get crits and everything here? Because I feel like we probably can take out Gamma 2, which then leaves us in the situation that I kind of mentioned previously, where if Gamma 1 super attacks Super Vegito, he might actually survive. But I think it's going to come down to whether we get crits, because we're going to get the guaranteed double super. Oh, there's one. Watch this be the turn as well. The number of additionals that this friend has been getting when I didn't want them to. Watch this, they won't get a third super attack here, because we're getting one guaranteed from getting to 24 key. Okay, good. I reverse psychology them into super attacking. So now, okay, we've already taken out Gamma 2. So on this turn, this friend Rainbow Carnival Goku now has his full passive with the Scour, and of course eats a super. But we should live this. It will do big damage, I think. But oh, 139k. That's actually not too bad. We got no support on the rotation as well. So that is the Rainbow friend after a triple super That's actually very good tanking, so I will take that. And then that means AGL Super Vegito is perfectly safe. He just dodges anyway, fair play. Gets the crit counter, and then there you go. So we didn't get a single turn where we actually had both of the Carnival Goku passives active. So there we go. Should we let... I kind of want to let Carnival Goku get the W here, but Piccolo's been carrying the team so hard that I think we will turn the animation skip off and we'll go ahead and let actual Orange Piccolo finish off the run here, because yeah, this guy took the team on his back and carried the run thanks to some unfortunate RNG. Twice we had the friend get an additional super when them not doing so would have meant getting a bunch more hits in and potentially getting our like scouter passive active for when we got to this final phase. So would have been nice, but you know, I love the fact that the giant form Piccolo gets so much extra key as well. Very easy to get the 18 key supers. I mean, the orb field was still terrible. We missed one of them, but we got those 2 18 key supers by getting 4 orbs, which is pretty crazy for a giant form character. So now Orange Piccolo just going to go off here, get these additionals. We want to get those crits as well. This is what I was saying about the Orange Piccolo hidden potential build. I feel like having a good mix of additional and crits is good, because in his base, or his, you know, Power Awakened Piccolo, in his base form, he doesn't have any way to additional. And especially once he gets fully built up, like, his additional supers will do big damage. So I know a lot of people just want to go full crit because they're thinking about the orange form, you know, the fact that it has built-in additionals, and you do really want these Orange Piccolo super attacks to get crits, but I like to have a mix of the two, because when your Power Awakened Piccolo gets an additional super, then yeah, he's really throwing out like tons of damage. So anyway, we will get the finish here, I believe. Yep, full 24 key on that one. So Orange Piccolo going to come in and finish off Gamma 1. Are you going to go ahead and super me? Okay, so this is going to do... How much not damage is this going to do? It's always funny to see the grayed out numbers, because obviously the giant form characters don't really have real defense. Yeah, 115. 1 million and then 150,000. Pretty devastating if we were actually taking damage. Now, obviously, if that was on normal Piccolo, like, you know, before transforming into the giant form, he would have just taken double-digit damage anyway, because Piccolo is just that guy. But yeah, there you go. So that is the Battle of Wits, full 200% team with double Carnival Gokus. The Carnival Gokus didn't really live up to their full potential. However, it was pretty cool to see the Rainbow Friend on the triple super turn, only taking, what was it, like 140k from Gamma super attack, which is actually pretty good, all things considered, because whilst he is a Carnival LR, so we obviously expect him to be good, his main role on the team, more often than not, is going to be support. Even if it's not as a third slot floating unit, you have him there in slot 2, linking up with someone really well who's in slot 1, and then giving that whole rotation that extra support. So the fact that he is able to be so good defensively when he is fully built up, I think is very impressive. Like, I really, really like this unit. I wanted to do this video just to kind of show the issues I have with his team, but I mean, we still no-itemed the Gamma 1 and 2 red zone stage, which is not exactly like super easy. So, and we even did it with good old AGL Super Vegito on the team, and we didn't have a scouter effect up for a single turn. So yeah, there you go. Let me know what you guys think down below. Out of the Carnival leaders, Carnival LRs that exist so far, including the anniversary ones, I know they're not out on Global, but which one do you think has the best 200% leader skill, and which one do you think has the worst? Let me know down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.